Welcome. Thank you for joining me for episode 6 titled No Way Out But All In. This is included in my premium content podcast, Nichel Anderson, Short Stories and Beyond, for season 1, 2017 to 2018, that I will release weekly clips from the full short story of that week, which sometimes I will also release the actual scene. It could be a bonus, something that I'm presenting to those that have not as of yet joined as a patron. But for the most part, these will be considered clips of the full short story that I am recording. Again, if you are interested in becoming a patron for this particular project of my podcast where I am releasing short stories, you can go to my Patreon page, which is www.p as in Paul, patreon.com. So it's patreon.com/Nichel Anderson. In this podcast, it initially started with MOLIAE themed stories, as that production is in the prep phase for the prestige return of MOLIAE stage play to return back to stage. In the meantime, this new podcast will mostly feature MOLIAE storyline to give you more insight into the many over 50 characters from my book titled Mitstrayim, a Memoir. This book of mine is available on Amazon.com and Barnes & Noble or any other book retailer. Let's do a recap from last week, episode 5, season 1 for 2017-2018, where listeners were introduced to the parents of Queen Hagar, her father Tahib, and wife Queen Mother Mana. Just to give a quick background on Tahib, he is the character out of the two, the only one that has been introduced to the public. He started in my book, Mitstrayim. He came through real strong. The wife, Queen Mother Mana, she is making her first debut in the MOLIAE storyline. She was never in the book. She was never in the stage plays, as Tahib was not either. Tahib will be in the prestige return of MOLIAE stage play. Queen Mother Mana has not been revealed to me that she will yet. So at any rate, right now, we are learning more about Tahib. If you have read my book, then this would be a great opportunity to find out more about him. I'm enjoying the journey. So it's very interesting, but she came through, the wife, the mother, and I'm very excited. The scenes that I have seen between Hagar and her mother. So this would be a journey for me as I get more involved into that relationship and find out about this new character. So right now, last week, as we focus on that, episode 5, to give you a background if you did not get to listen to that episode, and just to do a recap, that Tahib and Queen Mother Mana, they are on the eastern side coastline of the Sudan. Again, the Sudan at that particular time is what we call now Africa. Now, Tahib received a message from Mitstrayim in a secret language. Also, Tahib was the only one from these two. So let's go ahead and move on, and let's begin in this episode 6 titled No Way Out But All In, for my podcast show, Nichel Anderson, Short Stories and Beyond. Opening scene. On the banks of Ghaneto, we return to where in episode 4, Comrade Jetur, after getting a reflection of light communicator message from Halek, one of the high-ranking military officer of Mitsrayim, confirmed they are there hidden with 400 guards at his command. Comrade Jetur more confidently enters the big tall tent where one of Mitsrayim's enemies resides. A military guard of Mitsrayim and one other guard followed closely behind Comrade Jetur, ready to defend. There are flickering lights as the tent goes down farther and further into the tent. Many males and some women were talking, some were sleeping, but silence filled the tent as soon as Comrade Jetur made his presence, especially with his Mitstrayim attire. He had gold breastplate. Gemstones were positioned in array to identify his rank. On his both arms he had a band made of material as well as gold strands to identify his rank and Mitstrayim military force. Comrade Jetur instantly saw one of the armed men attempted to charge at him. Within seconds, Jetur put out his sword to point it inches from the man's throat. Comrade Jetur speaks. I only come by the way of the message. With his hand raised, holding the medallion, the object that was wrapped in the brown cloth, scattered of voices entered in the tent of shock and awe and interest. Then suddenly, from the back, a man spoke with thunder. You got the message? He was heavy with weight, wearing a lot of clothing on the left shoulder. His hair stood tall as a mountain, but wide as a river. He was sitting on a chair, high of stacks of stone. He weighed down the men that tried to attack Comrade Jetur. I am here, Comrade Jetur yelled down towards the man. Where is? You are a fool to try and deal with me with little help. Comrade Jetur persisted. Where is my father? With a deep roar, the man at the other end of the tent. I ask the questions here. You are at my mercy, and I will want Mitsrayim to. You speak nothing, Comrade Jetur interrupted. Mitsrayim would never bow down to a man in fabric and of sand of his kingdom. The elderly man was enraged. I am Sanol of the third tribe of. You are nothing to me, Comrade Jetur interrupted again. But my father and Mitsrayim rulers are. Moments passed. Then suddenly, Sanel reached for a sword. But before he knew it, Comrade Jetur threw his sword that was three-sided shielded straight down the other end of the tent that bruised Sanel's hand that made him drop his weapon. Everyone moved back of the artistry of skill. Comrade Jetur walked down the long walkway leading to Sanel. He spoke directly looking into Sanel's eyes. You are a traitor to Mitstrayim, one of them that disgraced the royal family of Mitsrayim and of my father. You began this journey. Comrade Jetur reached in his side pouch and pulled out again the medallion object that was wrapped in the brown cloth. It was a Mitstrayim medallion, but Sanel tribe symbol was inscribed on it with a marking of a sign that only his father, Comrade Jetur, father, would have known. Comrade Jetur brought that medallion closer to Sanel's face. And I will end it as quickly with one strike to your heart. I am not afraid afterwards what will occur in the den of yours here. With a roar deep within of pain, Comrade Jetur said, Now where is my father? Sanel looked at Comrade Jetur slowly up and down. You are a young, bold man to dare me with my many men here. You would not leave this tent rocking unless you come to my camp and fight against Mitsrayim. Comrade Jetur persisted on. Let me show you where I stand. I have 400 Mitsrayim guards ready to move on your territory of unions in the river below. Gete, he yelled in a known language translated as look, see. A few of Sanel men looked in secret flaps that could open outward, and they could see immediately many flickering of lights. They turned to Sanel with fear. Sanel's face seemed sunken as a trapped animal. Comrade Jetur reached for his sword and pointed it at Sanel. Now, on the command of the Queen of Mitsrayim, where is high-rank military officer of Mitsrayim? My father. Meanwhile, on the west bank of the Sudan, 3 of the Orions are pacing back and forth. One of them is Lanko, as they wait for word back from Mitstrayim. Nontu was assigned another secret mission with the urgency for a successful result, this time on the western island of the Sudan. Ecko is there as the 3 other Orions stopped walking back and forth near the riverbank of their secret cave, watching Ecko. Speaking in their Orion language, one of the High Council member out of the 3 spoke. Manukon Sanaen Ekeni. Translation: have you heard of any new? One of the Orions High Council member. Ecko responds, Nayu. Lanko, as always, gets impatient, started to breathe harder. Inagana Savo Nashale Ekaki Eno Alamata Motre Mutra. Translation: we should make another bold attack and search in Mitstrayim, for Ecko yelled, looking impatient at Lanko and the others. Neo Teyen Nu. Translation: no, we wait. Lanko slowly calmed down, looking not at Ecko. Henen Kunata Nawe. Translation: why? Our allies are small now. Ecko went to get some water from the river stream nearby. He poured some into an object that he could take a sip. Afterwards, he said in a low voice that only they could hear, Wikenen Nava Selo Kenibana Mitara. Translation: when in time another path will open for us to enter, we will be in Mitstrayim to what we seek. End scene. That concludes episode 6, No Way Out But In, for season 1, 2017 to 2018. Thank you for joining me this week. Thank you for being a patron of my venture here to produce short stories under my podcast, Nichel Anderson Short Stories and Beyond. Thank you.